Yeah, yeah,
Yo.
yo. Da, 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 da. Celebration time.
Right.
Do, do, do,
I had to go
do,
make some
do,
clothes today,
do,
so
do, do,
in in haste of getting here to do this podcast, I
do.
have to drink Powerade. You know what I'm saying? Not a sponsor, but I'm just, But I did manage to get some vegetable steam, so I'll just call that celebration.
Hold on, hold on.
There you
Celebration! Donald Trump is out of office in 60 some days, but he say it's not over, is what he claimed. He
The point
oh,
though,
go. It's
yeah,
over.
it ain't over.
that
But yeah.
and I got some articles to go along with the celebration
Okay.
Awesome.
with everything with Donald Trump. But first and foremost, my guys, how y'all doing? Like, how are your feelings going on right now with this extreme thing going on? And not only did Donald Trump lose, but the dump only got one vote. The puppets didn't even vote for him, I guess.
Right.
Shit.
I'm super happy. Extremely happy. Now, don't get me
Yeah,
wrong,
well,
because some people think that if you was anti-Trump, you was just pro-Biden all the way. We're gonna hold Biden accountable. We're not
yeah,
blindly following this
he
man.
got work to do.
Uh, like people who were following Trump, it was almost like a cult. No matter what he said or did, they had his back.
Right.
It's not gonna be that way with us and Biden. If he starts screwing up, we're gonna let him know.
Hey, bro. Yeah, bro. You gotta get your shit right, G.
You said we did
I
to
don't
that
know.
last guy, we'll get you out.
Now, see, they screwed my hat up
Did they?
because normally when you had this seam right here,
Mm-hmm.
tag is on that part.
Right.
They got the tag in the back. They got the tag on the other side.
Just go like that.
So let's see what happens when I do this.
Just
Let's
do
see
it.
if there's
Yeah.
a seam.
Well,
Well, there's a seam here too.
let's get into some news right quick. First of all, since Donald dumped Trump,
Cheers.
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 Yeah, you too, Dr. Power. Yeah.
Powerade. You know what I'm saying? I could have stopped and got a daiquiri. Thrifty was right there, but I wanted to hurry up and get back so we wouldn't be having no super late podcast.
You know,
Right.
you never know. You might just hit us up, say you just ain't get out the shower. 15 hours late.
Now, let me
Alleged
know.
Proud Boys leader declares standover has been rescinded while some Trump protesters or supporters still protest. Um, Top line, with many Trump supporters in the campaign denying that the president lost the election after it was called for Joe Biden on Saturday, protests have continued along with threats of violence by the far-right militia, including the claimed head of the Proud Boys. He tweeted out, "Hey, stand down. That order is rescinded." So, what y'all think they mean he gonna do? Because he ain't standing by no more. He say it's ain't no more stand down. Do we have Baby Becky, I love you, and the rest of his people trying to start some shit?
I think some might, but it's the cowardly. They ain't gonna do nothing. They're gonna do a little something, but now their man ain't gonna be in charge. The guy that was watching out for them and trying to make downplay all their actions ain't in charge no more. These guys now will be going against the military force.
Yep.
They start acting stupid, becoming like insurrectionists or domestic terrorists like they already are. they will be met with military force. Like if me and Doc was still in, I'd be like, send us in. We'll go. You know,
Y'all got to get done.
yeah,
Y'all got to get done.
you
Hey,
know,
that's what we do.
you come after
job.
our own people because of your political belief or whatever, and you start damaging your own people. I don't care what your reasoning is. You know, we're there to defend people.
And it's my thing. Like, what y'all mad about? When Trump won in 2016, and they was talking about Russia did it, what was it? Fake news. This ain't real. It wasn't talking about recounting no votes and none of that. I seen Herschel Walker saying that Michigan, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Arizona, Nevada, Georgia should all just let people re-vote. Go re-vote again. It should take about a week, and this should be fine for democracy. Herschel Walker, shut your ass up. Shut your ass up.
They didn't even pay him to say that.
Exactly. He said it for free. Like, really? You didn't, and you know who said something about it? Who told him shut the hell up? He said, Georgia boy to Georgia boy. Shut the hell up. Shannon Sharp.
Bro, they
OG
didn't
Shannon Sharp.
get a check for that.
Like, shut your ass up. Y'all ain't say none of that in 2016. Hillary beat Trump by about 3 million popular votes. And then anybody say, hey, they should re-vote. It doesn't seem right.
Right.
But now all of a sudden, oh, the votes rigged, let's count again, and all this. Man, come on. You just a sore loser, and you're scared that you're going to jail now afterwards.
Well, you know, most of these people out there they got really emboldened. And I was talking to somebody the other day talking about, you know, I've always said, and we've had this discussion way even before we had a podcast, is that all these racists have always been there.
Yep.
But they were playing the game. They was keeping it in private. And they was keeping it amongst themselves and in the street pretending to get along. But then Trump came into power and they got all brave and brazen and showed their ass. Right. And now that he's out, now a lot of them are like scared. Like now I might have to put my money where my mouth was.
Because we know who you are now.
Or they're like, oh, I'm sorry I voted for Trump, but let's get along. But you already showed your ass. You know,
veil has been lifted.
If you move somebody in the face, you drive down the road, you show your ass, they're gonna remember your ass whether you put your pants back on or not.
Right.
Exactly. And then guess who I seen last night who told Trump he should go ahead and concede and just face the reality of it's over. Jared Kushner.
Huh. Really now.
Jared Bad Kush. No smoke with the Kush. Something else dumb Donald Crybaby Dump said, and this is I especially want y'all take on this being ex-military. Trump calls a ballots containing scenario where votes legally cast by military will be thrown out.
Yeah.
President Trump basically claimed that all votes received after election day were illegal. He attacked the absentee ballots of military members and their spouses that by law must be counted. In doing this, so the president has endorsed a scenario where thousands of members of the military that actively defend their country would be disenfranchised by having their legal votes thrown out. If you count the illegal votes, they can try to steal the election from us, Trump said Thursday night from the podium in the Brady briefing room. You know what, Doctor? Maybe that's why Tampa Bay losing right now, because it was called the Brady briefing room. And as we record this Sunday night football going on, Tampa Bay is 31-0 at halftime.
It's 31-0 third quarter.
31-0 third quarter. Maybe that's why, because remember Brady did put that hat on. And make America great hat on again. So maybe that's what it is. But never mind. At the White House, if you count those votes that came in late, we're looking at them very strongly. But a lot of those votes came in late. If they came in late for you, you wouldn't care.
No, and what it is he knows that he fucked up when it comes to the military. Mm-hmm. So the military swears an oath to defend the Constitution of the United States and to take orders from the commander in chief. But it doesn't say that they're gonna just blindly be loyal to President Trump. And that idiot went around from day one saying he knew more about shit than the generals did, and he was smarter than all the generals. And then, one, he's a draft dodger, so you already lose points with the military. And then, and then he goes around talking about McCain wasn't a hero because he was captured. So that just insults every POW that's ever lived. They're not a hero. They've been captured. That's,
You get captured, it don't count.
Right. And then
you gotta be Rambo.
And then he says, then he calls those people that died suckers and losers. So he knew he wasn't getting no good votes out of the military. Everybody in the military, and he cut funding to the VA.
But this is the same guy that wanted to complain about Colin Kaepernick taking a knee,
right,
and saying it was disrespecting our military.
Right.
But you put in more disrespect to the military than anybody.
Just saying he put the work in, so
and the people that support him miss all this.
Well, see, he's dumb. He don't understand how the government works, much less the world. Just because they're because they're the military, don't mean they're gonna vote for you. Every military person is an individual citizen. They got a right to choose.
You know what? I'm gonna say this, and I think y'all might agree with me. Trump actually had the chance to be one of the greatest presidents for the people if he wasn't a racist, point blank. A non-politician goes into office and actually speaks against the government and speaks for the people. But he didn't speak for the people. He spoke for his people in his pocket.
Right, because he wanted his pockets to get deeper. He wanted people like us to be pushed lower.
Yeah.
He was upset with the government since he was young. He was upset with the rise and people getting closer and closer to that equality line. Because we ain't there yet. So I'm not going to say that, people got equal rights. We're working towards that. We ain't there, but we're working towards
it. And we're going to get on that later on because Biden and Kamala, y'all got some work to do. We ain't buying it just because you want. We glad Trump gone, but we just ain't celebrating because you win all the way. It's work for y'all to do too.
Right. We forgot about laws and bills that y'all had to sign up.
That crime bill and
all that.
We got to hit that later because man, yesterday when I was watching stuff, I felt the shift in my energy. It just sounded a little hippy dippy again, and I was like, I got this feeling. I was talking to my girl, and she's like, I got this feeling too. I said, you know what that feeling is? You haven't felt in 4 years. I said, that's hope. That's hope returning. Returning to your heart.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I said, he was the lesser of two evils and all that stuff, and it's better than what we had, and there's hope for the future.
Right.
Yeah.
But we also got to understand that he put some judges in the seat, so
and he did that perfectly. Especially the last one, he rushed to get her in power. And honestly, I don't think he's going to jail. I think the people he put in power is going to set it up for him to be able to walk away peacefully. But I will say that whole
I don't know. Have you noticed that something has happened that we said was going to happen? In all this going on during the election, when he's starting to lose and all that stuff, you notice who ain't been in the background or by his side?
Pence.
Where's Pence?
Gone. It's not gonna be no part of that.
Pence, like, no.
They're gonna sell him out because the Republicans, they do control the House and the Senate, I believe, but they realize that just over half the country wants some real change. If these people want to stay elected, get their re-elections, they got to start kissing their constituents' ass a little bit. So now they're starting to distance themselves away from Trump. If they try to protect him and keep him out of prison and all that, it could hurt them politically. And they care more about their own pockets than they do Trump.
Yeah. Right. Trump was just the figurehead that they had to ride. He was the hot commodity, so they had to ride the wave.
Did y'all see
now that he's gone, it's back to politics now. Back to the backbiting and the cutting now.
Did y'all see this? That they talk about if he lost, he's gonna run again in 2024.
Yeah, I saw that. There ain't no way.
All that's gonna do is give Becky and her cousin that's got 15 kids together hope in
Yep.
4 years. But they like, Becky, in 4 more years, we get Trump back in office, Becky. No, you don't.
I think Melena's out. She's probably She got
she
the
out.
back of that moving truck.
She got the U-Haul backed up already.
I mean, they got her on her.
Barry, grab your shit. Come on.
Look, you think the drama with Dr. Dre and his wife going on is bad? Oh, remember I said this gonna get ugly. That's getting ugly.
Yeah, but Trump $1 billion in debt.
Melena, I guarantee she been lying in her pocket somewhere in a bank account somewhere.
Oh yeah, she dumb.
Or Trump has set himself up to go to whatever country she's from. He going with her to get away from Dodge.
Nah, the way when was the last time you seen First Lady snatch her hand away from her husband every time?
She knows.
Every time. And she wait until the camera's on to do that shit.
If you look at that situation,
don't touch me.
That's if you could look at this situation and see that situation was a money thing.
Right.
Like, really. And his ex-wives, his own sisters, like, go so on and so forth. He dumb.
And behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying?
Hold on, Doc. Hold on, Doc. Rico got the phone behind him. Rico, see if you can call and see if he answered the phone. And hang up in his face.
Call the president?
Yeah, and hang up in his face.
Third and goal, Tampa Bay got stopped. They didn't score, bro.
Dumb motherfucker. Get the fuck out. We don't want you anymore. Fuck y'all. Damn.
Did you see what Biden people say that if he don't leave the White House, they're gonna have him escorted out? I just literally see him being drugged up out of there for real. But no, I don't want to die.
Yeah, that was funny, bro.
Oh, that video you sent us.
Yeah, bro. That was funny, bro. That was hilarious.
He gonna have his wig scattered all through the White House and everything else when they get in there.
Shit, they better do a count because he's so far there. He just been playing rich.
When
he leave, the robe's gonna be gone.
Segway,
the soap, the shampoo.
Segway, Rico. Trump had over $280 million in debt forgiven, avoided paying taxes on most of it. In a new report from the New York Times, President Donald Trump had $287 million in loans forgiven since 2010 that he's paid next to nothing for in taxes. The lion's share of the loan stems from a 92-story construction project in Chicago during 2008, with the Great Recession making it difficult for the Trump organization to sell off many of the luxury condos. The New York Times also reports that Trump borrowed nearly $700 million from Germany's Deutsche Bank and Fortress Investment Group for the project. However, when Trump's debt was due, he refused to pay and opted instead to sue the bank for predatory lending practices, seeking $3 billion in damages against the Deutsche Bank. To avoid the public litigation, Deutsche Bank agreed to settle with Trump and forgave him for the over $270 million. Despite the Times reporting, Alan Garrison, an attorney for Trump's organization, said the president has paid all taxes he owed for the debts that were forgiven. What's more for reports today? This don't say once more, it said what's more. Vlad TV, fire all your people and yourself included for this whole article.
You still fuck with that dude, bro? Yeah. I thought we weren't supposed to fuck with Vlad.
No, see, you know why I don't doubt? Because I haven't seen what was said. I've seen people saying it, but I haven't seen. But I don't really go to him. I go to him for the article because I ain't found another source to get my articles from yet. But I've seen him. I just haven't seen what he said about Louis Farrakhan, and he said something I think maybe against Jay Prince too. But I seen Nori, was like, don't even use my articles no more. I ain't fooling with you. You know, I seen my son talking about him. But as soon as I come across the info and see it, I'll make my judgment. And if he is, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I just ain't gonna jump at it because everybody else said they ain't fooling with him. But I'm gonna see what he said. Dang Dad, she also was talking about him and said, I told y'all for years.
Yeah.
But that is a conversation to have also about Vlad TV and is he a culture vulture? But yeah, Forbes you threw me off. Once more.
Go ahead. I was about to say they throw at.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah, they said the Attorney General is investigating Trump's forgiving debts to see if he followed the law when it comes to paying taxes. That's what they're gonna go after Trump for when as soon as he gets off of, and that's what he's trying to avoid and why he's fighting to stay president.
I didn't know you could just tell the bank I ain't paying. Like, let's go get a loan. You know, get us a studio. What the fuck now, a studio? And then when they say your loan is due, we'll be like, fuck it, we ain't paying. As a matter of fact, we're gonna sue your ass because you knew better than to loan us money.
Yeah, you knew our credit was bad. You loaned us the money.
If we could get away with it, that would be the greatest plan.
America is greatest, bro.
That would be the greatest plan.
Hey,
but they also knew. Hold on, this was 2000 what? 2008. They didn't know how many bankruptcies he had by that time already.
Right. That's my point. Movie pitch, y'all. Movie pitch. Here it is. We are in the movie. We all live in like an apartment. You know, we try to start this. What the fuck now? But we need a studio and all that stuff. And we see a report of fucking Trump, so we get the idea to do the same shit. And we go get us a fucking loan from a discreditable shit. I can't figure out what that word means.
Rico yourself.
Jeff.
This is a first in history. Rico has to Rico himself. To the left, to the right. Get yourself, Rico.
But so then we get the loan, then we refuse to pay, and then we had to go through all this rigmarole. Hell, by that time, Trump gonna need some money. We're getting to play himself in the movie.
Hey, bro.
He'd be like Mortimer and Randolph from Coming to America, when because they was in Trading Places, but in Coming to America they all bums and shit.
Yeah, Trading Places.
Yep.
No, they was Coming to America because he gave them some money.
Right.
No, they was Trading Places.
They was at both.
No, they were Trading Places.
Trading Places that started, and then they popped up again and Coming to America because he gave them money. It was Mortimer, Randolph. What, Mortimer? I'm not talking to you still. Look, Mortimer.
They're like, we're back.
Yeah. And that was supposed to be Trading Places too, but Hollywood, they put their money behind what they want to.
But we
I don't think what you start a whole new conversation we're gonna have to have now, because I don't know if they should have made a Trading Places number 2. It was so perfect. Like Coming to America 2, I don't know if we should have a 2, especially with the storyline they going. Even though it's going straight to Netflix, I think that was a genius move in the pandemic. But how they talking about it's his long lost son? It should have been Arsenio Hall's long lost son.
My idea is this. I mean, I don't know how it's gonna go, but I wrote it. This long lost son is gonna turn out to really be Semi's kid.
That's what I'm hoping.
Because he was walking around telling people that he was the prince.
Right. Better plot for I think they should go with Rico's idea.
Right.
Ain't too late.
If that's the way it goes, I'll be like, damn it, where's my cut? They stole my idea before I even thought of it.
Go to court. Go to court. I don't have no conspiracy news to report today, y'all. So
man, I don't have a whole. I know that I'm glad things kind of went and recorded. 2 days ago, I was really hot. I was really upset, mad, and all that stuff. Now I'm back to my old self where I love everybody.
yeah, peace and love.
I was just waiting for it to get over it. Like we said, I posted. Oh, I can see the puppet master at work. I can see the strings being played. So this is my conspiracy doc. You ain't got it. I got it. Puppet master was doing this here. Because when have we ever had an election that took this long to finish? Remember the George Bush Al Gore election?
Yeah, I was talking about that last episode.
I fell asleep and woke up. I went to sleep. Al Gore was president. I wake up, George Bush. I'm like, what the hell? What happened? This took days, and I could see them doing it because the next protest is gonna be Trump's people.
Well,
let's put them in the street.
We never had this. We never had this many mail-in ballots before either.
But that's what I'm saying. And remember, Trump complained about mail-in ballots before the election, months before it happened. The whole postal. So I can see the whole thing being set up to be this way.
What I think was stupid.
Big old Doc's conspiracy corner.
He was like, "Don't count the mail-in ballots," and then he started losing. He was like, "Count all the ballots." And he's like, how come there's no votes for me? Because your dumb ass told your followers, don't vote mail-in, wait till election day and go vote in person.
And I will say this, though. I know I work with a guy, he's from Chicago, and he was talking about beforehand, he said there, when you walk in, they have it set up, and one side is Democrat, one side is Republican will vote. He said on election day, a whole lot of Republicans show up to vote. They're more so let's go in and vote. Mm-hmm. But what matters is your ass lost.
We had a record number of voters.
Wave it like you just don't care. Wave your glass in the air. Donald Trump ass ain't here.
But we had more voters this year than we ever had.
But where your plastic bottle there? Powerade. We need Powerade.
And then
no, they don't need the publishing. It's just green juice, nigga.
It just limb. No limb.
Excuse me for the N-word. You know, we got to go back to that, y'all. Excuse me for using the N-word. I know a lot of people get offended by that word, but for me, it has two meanings.
Right?
A-H is God. E-R is an idiot. So it has two meanings. You know what I'm saying? But when I use it in the context, you can understand it. Like the last context I just used it in, that's God mode.
You know what that means?
When I say it like that, that means God's.
My brother, and I say you.
This. You know what I'm saying? So, it's polar opposites. You know what I'm saying? Same word, polar opposite meanings. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know what I say? Niggas, please. You heard what he said. Niggas. Donald Trump ain't here. Wave it like you just don't care. Wave it like you just don't care. And are you Becky? I love you. 4 more years, we back in office. No, you not. Why Kanye talking about he running in 2024? For what?
He gets 60,000 this time, G. How many got? How many got? You got 50, 55,000?
Was it 55?
Jeez,
you see that?
Was it 50 racks? 55 racks?
I thought he got the same as Dunk.
He got about 50,000 votes, wasn't it? About 55.
Man, why don't we?
We gotta check about it. We should numbers. It ain't like it's important, but he did get some votes.
In 4 years,
he got some votes in my
we should put ourselves in for real.
Got a parents voted for Kanye.
We should. Well, I still won't be old enough, I think, in 4 years. I wouldn't be old. Because what's the age limit for the vote, the run? It's like 45, 45, 46, something like that.
I don't know, man.
Ain't no age in America.
Which I think is stupid. I don't think it should be an age limit. Okay, your 20s, you might not be ready.
No, you ain't ready.
You might be ready. But I think when you get in your, let's say mid-30s, or 40 at the latest.
About 35. Yeah, 35.
40. 35, 40. You should be able to run.
Right. I don't know.
But me personally, I don't even think I would want to be person.
I didn't start maturing till like 2 weeks ago.
Right, I'm on that journey. I still sit down, even though, you know what I'm saying, we still, even though we're still in America, I still sit down and watch Bugs Bunny and Cowdy with a bowl of cereal.
Yeah.
Like Busta Rhymes, I still sit down like a little kid and eat cereal and watch cartoons in the motherfucker. I'm damn near 50. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the right age. So in America, I'm the right age to get everything going.
That's why I like hanging out with my girlfriend got little kids. I like hanging out with them because that way I can play with some toys and shit.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I don't have the privilege of playing, hanging out with the grandkid or the grandson rather than playing some G.I. Joe against Cobra or something, Play the villain. Play the villain for him so, he can reach his true hero potential.
Exactly.
Well, I'll play the villain. I'll be Cobra.
Yeah.
Nigga, what y'all gonna do? We taking all this shit over.
Scrap, it'd be like Scrap. It's the Duck. It's Donald Duck coming for you.
Hello, time out. Rico, did you just imply that I'm dumb?
No, the kid, the toy. You be playing with the toys like Dump.
I think you just trying to drop a
Dump.
bombshell on it.
Not Dump, but like the likeness of it.
Oh, I thought Rico was trying to drop a bombshell around here. This ain't Scooby-Doo.
I thought he was Slick Captain G.
Yeah, this ain't Scooby-Doo.
It was safe. Brings out the magnifying glass on you, bro.
Oh, Lord. Like Mr. Magoo.
Man, I was killed by
Magoo,
bottle, man. I don't even got no buzz.
That's crazy.
Like the old days.
Cause I'm there. And speaking of Mr. Magoo, he was half-assed kind of a bully, bro. Cause he did what the hell he wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? People like, you can't do that. He was like, oh, fuck it. Wimpy was a motherfucker though.
Yeah,
Wimpy ain't never paid nobody. Papa took all the ass whoopers and he couldn't even get his money. Beat Bruno up senseless.
I have had friends like
never got that money for that cheeseburger on Tuesday from Wimpy, bro.
Right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Wimpy played Bruno because of him being mad because he didn't get his money. Who gets the ass whooping for that? But he was trying to hit on his girl too, so.
Right.
Yeah. Trying to kidnap her, you know what I'm saying? I mean, hey.
Different times. Those kind of cartoons would never fly today.
Right. But there was times where she led Pluto on to get his ass whooped too. So she really is the instigator behind that whole situation. You know what I'm saying? Nobody had a pistol back then. Where's this going?
I don't know. I was just letting y'all talk about old cartoons.
Yeah.
Let's get on some stuff, bro. Let's talk about some stuff. Don't let me do
We call this.
Let me high ramble. Don't let me.
Hey, there you go. Hey, there you go. It's like because we're two old guys. That should be a show we do. Doc and Psycho on the porch, like we in the rocking chairs, just talking some stupid shit.
This is called the senior citizens edition.
Right.
Because I don't know where y'all was going with this. I'm like,
we do like those.
I had to stop before I went down the rabbit hole.
Do those Pepper Farm commercials? You'd be like, "Hey, you remember back when cartoons used to be right?
Back when
Psycho and Doc, remember?"
well, I got something for y'all to think about right now. This is gonna be something. When I seen this article, I said they both gonna be interested in this one here.
All right.
Elon Musk says Mars will be a free planet, not governed by Earth laws. Elon Musk revealed
Elon,
whatever it is, revealed that his space Mars mission will be changed in peace from the way things function on Earth, noting the mission will use satellites to provide internet connection. Let's say a connection or connection. I don't remember. Connection to make a self-sustaining city on the planet. Along with that, Musk noted that the colony created on Mars will not adhere into international Earth laws.
Right.
I can go on, but basically he said we ain't following y'all laws.
Well, that's actually
I don't even see that even working. They're gonna take over as soon as it starts.
The actual there's actually a treaty governing laws in space. Any colony set up like on the moon or Mars or whatever it's already written, will not follow any government law here on Earth. Just like if they start colonizing the moon They get to a point where civilians can go up there and land their own ship and start. It'll be just like in the prospector days. You'd stake your claim, and it's up to you to defend your own claim against other people. It'll be like the Wild West. So if Elon Musk is like, well, I paid the money and all that stuff, this is my rules, he will have carte blanche to do that. He'll be able to set up his own laws. Now, once governments get there, like you said, Scrap, you know they're going to be like,
Get down or lay down, nigga.
right? Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
But first, yeah. But yeah, Elon Musk is an idiot. And the reason why I say Elon Musk is the reason why I say that is because the reason why Mars is the way it is because they blew that motherfucker up with nuclear weapons. So they was like, all right, well, that's how we got here. Don't quote me on that. Just go ask them. We got here because they blew up Mars with the nuclear shit. So that's where the treaty came from. All right. We fucked this up. So we're gonna go to Earth, but we can't do this nuclear shit no more. They had nuclear war. That's why Mars is the red planet, because they blew that bitch up.
Well, you know, it's interesting that you would say that because I've had
So they picked us up.
The same kind of thing. You
There's
notice
no truth to this, y'all. I'm just saying what they say. I repeat
what they say.
I repeat what them and they put out there. I'm your them and they connection.
Correspondent.
Yeah, I'm the correspondent. They blew the shit up. They was like, whoa, everybody, time out. We finished, we fighting, but we can't fuck each other up. So let's not use these weapons to fight with, and we're gonna move next door. We done tore this house up. Let's move next door and agree not to use nuclear. Okay.
And now look, damn it.
Now look, everybody want to push the
And,
button.
and I think it's happened even way further back than people think, because there's evidence that there were nuclear blasts on this planet.
That's what I was gonna say, Rico.
A long time ago.
That's what I was saying. If you go look in,
that's how Atlantis. I heard that's how Atlantis.
If you go look in the Hindu, their religion, their culture, everything else, they talk about a great war they went on in the sky.
Right.
BC.
Yep.
And they have traces of nuclear. What I say? Nuclear? I said something like Becky and them cousins.
It was French.
Of something nuclear happened there in that area. There's evidence of that.
Mm-hmm.
And like I had, and one time I wanted to write a book, and it was about a book of a great war that happened. And the Great War, actually, at the end, you would find out it wasn't on Earth, but it was on Mars, and we came to Earth. Right. And I can actually see that being the case, that something happened on Mars, and that's why it is what it is.
That's what they're saying.
But actually, too, when we go back to the book I was reading, on the book it says that there's already people there on Mars now, and the moon.
They got pictures and shit.
And the moon, you know what I'm saying? But they tell us what they want to tell us to make it tell you that what if, and to go back to movies. They make movies that make you think, what if, but this is actually happening. And it was a close encounter of the first kind. Y'all remember that movie?
Yeah. So
in the book, it says that movie is a description on what really happened. And I believe that a lot of these movies is to make you think what happened. I do think that something went on with Mars, and that's why. So either they're still there, or they're trying to go back to Mars and recolonize Mars.
Well,
but they're trying to figure it out.
They make the movies so that those ideas get in your head, right? That way they have plausible deniability. That way, when somebody stumbles across something real, it sounds so much like the movies that they could claim, this guy's nuts. He's just seen one too many movies. Hiding in plain sight, man. Hiding in plain sight.
Right. I was gonna say Forbidden Knowledge .tv. Forbidden Knowledge TV. That's where you'll see the pictures of actual colonies on Mars, like up close with the camera and everything.
Hey, Doc, remember when we were kids And
That was so long ago.
it was
Yeah, like 5 minutes.
when
ago.
when Viking 2 were landing on Mars and stuff. That might have been right before we were born. But you remember when we were in grade school and we had the pictures of Mars in the books, the school books. There were different patches of color, like green, and they had the canals. You could see the canals in the pictures and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But then as we got older, the picture quality got worse, and then you didn't see none of that shit no more. Like they erased it.
Right.
When I was a kid, man, they told you, like even Galileo had drawn. I don't know if it was Galileo, but one of them old suburbs had drawn the canals, the artificial, because they were all straight lines and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then they even had those pictures in this grade school books.
Right.
And now they don't got them no more.
Now it's like
It's the Martians. The Martians like, look, motherfuckers, you've been here, you've been orbiting, and you ain't coming here. Don't you bring that riffraff bag up over here?
Yeah, don't bring it. Don't you bring that riffraff over here? About
We didn't give you no permission to take these pictures. You better get this shit out your books.
Yeah, I saw a meme where they said that aliens ride by Earth. When aliens ride by Earth, they lock their doors in their spaceship.
Right?
Well, now I'm gonna be honest though. It go back to the book. That's why I sent it to you when I got to that part about the aliens.
Yeah,
I would think that you would be real interesting because it says that we know you know about EB, right? EB, y'all know about EB?
EB?
Yeah, EB. You know about EB?
I don't know.
So that's the Roswell, New Mexico. Remember Roswell, New Mexico?
Right.
The spaceship that landed, that
Right.
they said landed and crashed.
yeah.
Well, I didn't know it was. They said in the book it says it was like 40-something, 50-some aliens that was on that ship dead, and EB was the only survivor. And for 2 years, EB was lying to him pretty much about things, and then finally started giving up information.
They ain't rank his serial number. That's all he was giving up.
Yeah, and ended up getting sick, and pretty much ET was based off EB.
Right.
But they said that it's been different species of aliens that came around. They had one species of aliens that came, and they made an agreement with the United States. It was Dwight Eisenhower's times. They made an agreement that they would do tests on, because they said they were finding like dead bodies, dead pieces of humans and stuff in different locations and everything else. And they had a meeting with these aliens, and they made an agreement, that a treaty where we won't kill no humans, everything else. Whoever we take, we'll bring back. We'll make record of them. They left an alien with us. They took a human with them. And then eventually they found out they were lying. They were because they started finding dead bodies again, dead pieces of humans again, and they the aliens started working with Russia and had agreement with them going on. They were playing the U.S. and Russia against each other. But also they said that they found it was a species of aliens that they came across. They were humanoids, so they looked just like us. And and that species told them like, y'all ain't spiritually right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to get spiritually right. And they told them about another group of aliens that they need to worry about. They would help them fight them. But they was like, y'all have to destroy y'all nuclear weapons. And we said, no, we not doing that.
You say?
Because y'all done fucked us over once.
Yeah, but see, I'm not. The way I'm telling the story, I want to say that the human ones was here before them, but I'm not for sure. But it all goes to that they was warning them about another species, but they talked about like all the different ones that came, and it was like your spiritual level's not here. And I'm like, yeah, I do believe it's probably different species and everything, and it's a good one and a bad one and everything.
Yeah, else. David Icke talks about that.
Yeah, me and you talked about that years ago.
Years ago. We was up on David Icke years ago.
Yeah, so let me get some more of this victory wine. But yeah, I do. So the whole Mars thing and everything else, yeah, you know what I'm saying? The whole Mars thing and the moon, I do believe, and that's NASA, like, oh, that's a front. Like, they know it's there. These sightings ain't just new sightings. And they talk about how it's an underground fortress under places, certain places where you go, and they've built fortresses underground for these aliens to come up and leave, and how they got some of their technology and everything else, and how we have this technology that we don't even, that the public doesn't even know we have. But and I'm like, duh, look at what
And
comes
they're in the
out.
water too. They're in the water too.
Exactly. They talk about all that, but like I say, it's real fascinating, and it's crazy because that's what they was talking about Busta Rhymes on his albums. Like, oh, you was coming like a prophet. And Busta was like, nah, I just had this book. I got this book way back then, and I read it and I talked about it, and
He's
stuff
at the
started
age
coming out.
now where he understands the connection. He can
Nah,
relate.
It wasn't saying that. He was
to
saying
what's
that
happened in the last 20 years.
because he was putting it in the music, like the first his first album.
Yeah.
His first song, he put it in that book. That came out in '98.
Yeah.
And when stuff happened in 2000, they like, what the hell? And then Extinction Level Event, the first one.
Yeah.
He dropped it, and then things happen. People like, what the fuck? And he like, then the second one come, and they're like, Buster, you been there? He's like, nah, it's not that I'm a prophet. I just had this book that George Clinton gave me that I read, and he said on that I gave it to Goody Mob, and that's when Goody Mob came up with cell theory. So that's where their music, their thinking started coming from. It came from reading this. So, like I said, the book is interesting, and the guy that said it, he even was like, the alien part. He was like, now if this is true, because I have information where they could be setting this up to make you think that aliens are true to pull something, but that the powers to be are setting things in motion to make people think to fall in line and everything. Like, so I can see all that going, but I do think that something was up with Mars, that we were there and they know it. Because how do you just pick that planet to be the planet that, life can be there? And I don't fully just believe that it's just Mars, but to think that God put us here and we the only ones here.
Not the only species out there, G.
God tells you my people are not of this world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So come on, man.
And there's also information out there that says that some of these aliens that are against us are the ones that set up the way things are going, as opposed to, putting the families, in place to rule from the stolen information. They have a hand in giving them information that keeps them ahead of the game. The 11 or the 13 families or whatever. I will come back with where I got this information from. I'm just speaking out of what I can't remember where I read it at, but I'm just
right. I've read so many different things, and so I can't necessarily tell you exactly where.
Right,
because you get different things from different places.
Right.
Like this says that, that says that.
Yeah,
some tying together. Some like is what?
Yeah, it's crazy, and you try to like put fact with the information because you can't just go off what's said.
And being honest, this many years later, some of it is your own theory, your own stuff that you put together.
Right.
Some of it's your.
You gotta check you gotta check what you're working with. And I had that later, but it was said that we are, and everything that's here on Earth, basically Earth is just a dinner plate for us to feed for feeding.
I'm gonna say this. Do you remember not Poseidon, Prometheus? You remember Prometheus came out about two? You remember them? The aliens came to Earth and one drunk the shit died and his DNA hit the water and that's how it got populated on there. That's a good. We're gonna break that movie down in our movie decoding shit.
But
where was I at? Oh yeah, they are. They create the what did I leave off at? Food chain.
Right. Well, I mean, think about
it. We're supposed to be the top of the food chain, and we are. But our food is spirit. Spirit is food for the ones that me and Scrap was talking about, for those entities, you know what I'm saying, that help certain ones.
Right.
Our anger and fear, that they feed off that energy. So they have to create scenarios to produce their food.
Right.
Just like we got to raise the hog before we slaughter it.
Yeah.
So to speak. You know,
right.
Kill or be killed, predator or prey. That's pretty much the basis of how it goes if you take a scientific aspect to it. You know what I'm saying? Predator or prey.
Right. And just like anything else, you know, the danger
Fear or anger.
have when we
So
tried to comprehend
yeah.
an alien intelligence is alien. You know, their intelligence, their mind is so vastly different from our own that we have a tendency to anthropomorphize anything else. We judge it by our understanding. So we could think, what are the motivations of an alien species or whatever, but it may be so alien in even the way they think. Like you said, what we think of as food may not be food. Like you said, they might be like feeding off of emotion or whatever.
Yeah,
and then every one of those different
energy is food. You know what I'm saying?
Those different species will be different.
Yeah, right.
Some might be benevolent.
Occultlectures.com.
Okay.
Occultlectures.com, and that's, bruh, go there and you will learn some heavy shit.
You know, like
and text me the other guy you told me you told us to check out. We was talking about the pyramids on the water and stuff. Because I was trying to think of his name earlier today.
Forbidden Knowledge TV. Where I get
it was Dr.
Conscious. Most of the conscious information is most of the conscious information that I get is Forbidden Knowledge TV. That's one. That's Billy Carson. He gives you the scientific aspect. He puts the science and the spiritual together. Really, all of them do. They all break it down, but these are the ones that, you know, that I'm learning from. Now, do I worship these guys? No. I take the information that they give me and I go do the work myself. You know what I'm saying? But Forbidden Knowledge TV, Black Magic 363 on YouTube, and Occult Lectures on YouTube. But go to Black Magic 363 because all of the guys are they you know contribute to that channel. And occultlectures.com.
All right.
And it's Occult Lectures on YouTube. I'll send all y'all the links.
I don't got to write nothing down because I'll get all this when I edit.
Look, I follow all the channels. I'll just send y'all the links to their channels. And just check them out.
Send me the link because I'm trying to find them now. I don't see them.
All right, I'll send y'all the links. Just check them out.
But see, what I was saying though is that
just check out the information, bro.
Some of these beings out there might be benevolent, and they might all just be different individuals. Like if we had us a spaceship and we come across some people, we'd be trying to be nice and impart knowledge and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's the same. It's all the same.
But Billy Bob and Becky might be assholes trying to take over places where they go.
But you also got the men out there like these motherfuckers. You know, we way more advanced than these idiots. We can give them a teaspoon of the shit we know and rule these motherfuckers forever.
Right.
And I think that's what the whole
Velcro. We bring you Velcro.
There you go, Scrap. There you go. You get
so many different gods is because. Oh, let me show you. Oh, here goes some fire. Holy God. Oh, this is God. Oh, they started believing in anything that was going on.
Right.
Neanderthals.
Especially if it's some shit you ain't never seen. Like, if a motherfucker just walked outside and lifted up in the motherfucking air over the Statue of Liberty, no rocking it in.
Well, that's people think about, well, how come we don't see aliens all the time? They're so far advanced of us that we may not even draw their attention.
They right next. They live next door to your ass.
When we go out and make a parking lot, we don't go talk to the squirrels and the mice and all that shit. We just go fucking do our thing. Yeah. You know, like if we were walking down a dirt road, this is an example I use all the time. Something really extraordinary would have to draw our attention to go pay attention to it. Like you see anthills all the time, right?
Yep.
Just walking down the trail, right? If one day you was walking down the dirt road and you look over and you see a teeny tiny little hot air balloon come out of an anthill, you'd stop what the fuck you was doing and go start checking them out.
And you know what? And you know what? You know what it makes me think about, Rico? It goes back to the whole movie thing. Well, what you just said, Men in Black.
Mm-hmm.
Men in Black wasn't aliens on there. They was everything. Roaches.
It's
Right.
it's some conscious stuff about
everything,
that, especially the little dude in the human avatars.
But
Right,
people, we miss it because you don't open up your mind and think, okay, what if what I'm seeing right now, they're showing me what's actually there,
Right.
but I'm just like, oh, it's a movie.
Because we've been programmed.
That's
Don't
plausible
stop.
deniability.
And that's all. It's just like in the same book I was talking about, even the programming when it comes to who we vote for. We don't pick who the candidates are. They give us our candidates. This is who you vote for. It could be somebody that nobody ever heard of. You want to make a candidate, but you got these 5 people to choose for, these Democrats, because a Republican's already president. All right, you pick those 5. That's who running against the president. Vice versa.
Crack, lean.
Right.
We give you your choice, and that's what we're stuck on, and that's the mentality that we're stuck on.
Yeah.
We go off whatever they feed us.
Fuck weed, you got cocaine.
Hold on, and speaking of that, did you just see? I think it was Oregon just legalized all drugs.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
They decriminalized.
Decriminalized.
Well, hold on. That's the same thing, because if it's decriminalized, it's basically because I can smoke it. I ain't going to jail. I'm fine.
Right. You can have it. You can have small amounts of it. You still can't be out producing volumes and selling it.
No, Rico, that's what I'm saying, though. For a crackhead, they happy.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about the dealer. We talking about the crackhead.
For me, I'd be happy. If I lived in Oregon, I'd be on some shrooms right now.
That's what I'm saying. Young people is happy, but look how they feed it to us. For years, the epidemic is fine, and now it's not. But also for me, you know what I think about? Look at the opiate epidemic that happened.
Right.
All these pills. Who did it affect? Middle America. When the crack epidemic was going on with the Reagan era, what did they do? They locked people up and didn't care the communities it was happening to. Because who was getting hooked on drugs the most? Blacks, Latinos.
So
that was a military campaign, by the way.
Oh,
CIA back.
Yeah, exactly.
The whole crack thing.
Exactly. Look
who
Freeway Ricky Ross tells you who he was dealing with. The CIA was who he was dealing with for his drugs. But now, look at it now. Middle America is hitting. Let's start legalizing and making it fine. They was locking up doctors because doctors is writing too many prescriptions for people. You can't even go get a prescription for no lower tab now. You got to go see a pain management doctor to get approved for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
you got to show your ID and all kind of shit.
Everything.
Once you get the prescription for it, you still got to prove who you put your eye on this motherfucking
everything. But people don't want to realize and open their eyes and see you're being fed what to believe, what to take on. And then when you tell them this, they tell you, "Oh, you're a conspiracy theorist."
Right. You one of them.
But conspiracy is telling you what's going. Conspiracy in real life is really together. All's not true, but majority is there.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's what you choose to believe
and fall victim to. Dr. Hunt.
Because even look at the documents. The documents and the book I was telling you about.
Speak on.
They talked about the Kennedy assassination. The Kennedy assassination is so much stuff that's in the book that they pull from. Why do you pull something out of a book? You don't want the people to get it no more. This information. It's for a reason. It's just like life. Oh, I'm gonna let them say because people ain't gonna believe it. And then when people start believing it's an uprising, it's like I'm gonna pull what I don't want you to see and leave there. It's just like the Bible. Why did they pull the Apocrypha, the Book of Enoch, these books out? Because during time they didn't want you to see this stuff. You know what I'm saying? To me, they want you to have the information they want you to have, and I'm gonna hold this here because if you get this here, this is what you really need to do this. Now, for the woke people that say they're woke, the word that we hate saying, you miss the whole point of being woke. People are being woke, but they being woke with the wrong things. and running with it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna knock you for what you being woke for, but you're being woke with too many things because you run into the same thing. And one of them is the whole thing with religion, and you run into these things. Oh, the Egyptians and they was the true ones, and the Hebrewites and they was the true ones, and the Jews and this and at the end of the day, we were being played with everything that they're giving us. Your relationship with God is your relationship, your spirituality. The one true religion is the one true religion you have with yourself and the Most High.
Knowledge of self
Exactly.
is the one true
But
religion. Once you
but
go inward, then
but
you
people don't have it.
understand. You
And,
have
and
to
you
Kingdom
know
of
know,
heaven is
who you
within.
are to
you
understand
know,
where you are.
Doc, you know the realest thing for both of you, Dr. Rico, the realest thing I ever said, it goes back to Busta Rhymes too. His interview was happening because it was very enlightening to me. On his new album, he has a song, I can't remember the name, I'm not gonna set it down, I don't wanna mess it up, but Rick Ross is on there. And the name of the song, it was this
Oh,
guy, he was from Islam.
oh,
Um,
oh.
you know what I'm talking
I
about.
got
Yeah.
it. I just
Yeah.
can't pull it up right
You
now,
know what
but
I'm
I know
talking
what you're
about.
talking about.
But he's the one that came and gave Elijah Muhammad, the game. But he would like for this, he was fly. He would dress fly for that time and everything else. And he just wouldn't speak religion to you. He would give you these things to keep you flying high. And it came with the knowledge of self. And it was like, why would you put Rick Ross on this song? It was because Rick Ross is on that level of knowledge of self. You don't have to be of this religion to have knowledge of self. But people miss that knowledge of self, and that's why they fall for everything. And that's why you have Christians who, no, you do this and that way, and you have Muslims, no, about this and that way, and you have um some Jews, no, this and that, and we all mistake it and miss the whole purpose of knowledge of self. And they play us and we fall for it. And that's why we fight. And it's the same thing with race. We fight against each other when it's not about black or white or brown or Asian. It's not about that. They play us and we miss the whole thing. But when we find a knowledge of self and realize we are a people of one, that we let them play us, we can beat the system because they're on their whole thing when they control us and manipulate us, and we continue to fall for it.
Right. Stranger Things. That's the upside down when we realize that we run it. They
Right.
control it. We run it. So
Yeah.
the upside down,
The
we
biggest
control it.
the biggest thing
We run it.
is that we create the universe. The fact that somebody else might be running things is because somewhere within us we are allowing them to. We still have work to do within because we have given power to somebody else.
Right. That's why meditation is so important. Just taking 5 minutes. People can just take 5 minutes out their day and just sit. You don't even have to sit in a position. You could just sit in your chair like Rico is right now. Rico can do that and he can breathe in through the nose, diaphragm, get all that in and just release it. And if you just do that and just because that turns off what your brain is being hit with. Meditation turns all those frequencies and all that negative energy and vibration, it turns that off and it allows you to be quiet so that you can be with yourself,
Right.
so that you can forgive yourself from past traumas. The reason why your life is in turmoil is because you got to forgive yourself for
Yeah.
stuff that you hold yourself accountable for that you really had no control of, but you let that one incident determine decades of your life because you wouldn't take time out to just deal with that part and forgive yourself. That's what meditation does. It quiets the world so that you could be one. And once you become that, then your love, learning, and your knowledge expands. And then you give that to others. Because once you love, then people understand. And then when people understand, they love too. So that's what meditation does. So it's important that y'all do that. You know, it's just not something cool to do, and it don't make you holier than thou, but it quiets your
Right.
mind so that you can be one with self. And when you're one with self, guess who gets to tap in and talk to you?
But hold on, Doc. You have a lot of them that say meditation isn't good. It taps into the wrong thing.
It taps into the wrong. It
For
taps
Uh,
into
me,
the wrong thing because you're still letting
now,
this.
I think it taps into the wrong thing because your mind is already set up to the wrong thing. That's why I said the
That's
wrong
why
thing.
you had to quiet. It's set up because of what we're being programmed by. All this technology, even the stuff
you
we're on,
know,
our cell phones, even all that stuff.
even if everything that you tapped into when you're tapping into yourself, even that wrong thing, that's an aspect of yourself that you need to communicate with it,
Yeah,
confer
you
with, and
deal with that.
heal. You got to heal that, but that's that wrong thing, or that anger, or that monster inside is the fear and the doubt, and we all have it. And
Yeah,
you got to communicate with yourself and calm, and like Doc said, you got to forgive and heal. You know, that little anger demon inside you needs a hug. You know,
right.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that, and yeah, and you know, just to close the chapter on it, it helps. You know, it helps me. I use it. That's why I tell people to do it because it helped me a lot. Because my problem is not being afraid to fail, but failing people that are close to me.
Yeah.
That's my issue because of military, of course, my job, NCO, you know, getting guys back to their families. Can't fail. I don't want to fail a family. I want to get these guys back home to their mamas, you know, and to have to experience that, you know, and for a long time, you know, I felt like it was my fault because I was in charge, but I was only in charge of the mission. I wasn't in charge of the individual
right?
mindset in that mission. But I felt like it was my fault because I'm his sergeant. It's my job to train him so that he could survive like me. But he didn't have the upbringing I had. I had a up. My father was a drill. I had a up, but it don't count. It was my responsibility. So I wore that a lot, and and a lot of stuff that I'm revealing to y'all is really, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like I'm shaking now, just coming out with this. Ain't nobody ever heard this
All jokes
before.
aside, that's what you're doing.
You know what I'm saying? And I believe that's why I'm so devoid of being connected. I care, but I can't connect because of the failure part, not wanting to fail
Well,
again.
it was like it
Like,
was.
because it's gonna take me back to that, you know. So I form my life around this force field where there are layers you can get to, but you're not gonna get through all of them.
Right.
You're gonna get as close as it
It's it's
allows.
uh it's defense mechanism. I mean, let's call it what it is. I mean, it's not a bad word. We're all afraid of. We've experienced pain, and once we experience that pain, we're afraid of feeling that pain again. So
Right.
we set up a defense system to try to avoid being in that position again, to feel that again. So that
Yeah.
means, like, you know, like for me, it was like I'm not gonna get too attached to too many people, let them in too much again, because when you fail them or you lose them, it hurts.
Right.
So
And
you
right.
don't want to get there
And the
again.
most scariest thing, that's the scariest thing I've done in my life, man. I've jumped out of planes. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the swamps with snakes and alligators and all kind of shit. The scariest thing I've ever done in my life was get right with forgive myself for the failures that wasn't my fault. And at the time I didn't understand because I'm a human. So therefore we deal with different shit in human form. So, you know, that was the hardest thing to do was like, Lou, it's all right, bro. You did what you had to do. You know what I'm saying? I gotta forgive you for what happened over there. It's not your fault. But it wouldn't work. People told me that I've been to chaplains and all kind of shit. It only worked when I did it myself, bro.
Right.
That's the only, you know, and for me, being out of the military as long as I have since 1995, I've been out. But just now in 2020, 49, about to be 50 in April, am I totally starting to peel off those layers and just letting it be. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't predict the future. You can't change the past. You can only deal in the now. So if I'm dealing in the now, then I got to peel back. And it's layers to go.
Yeah.
But I'm slowly peeling them, bro. You know, maybe, you know, there's going to be a time where, you know, somebody can just tap in and just unlock that.
Right.
Problem is I won't let them. So that's where I'm at with it. I gotta let people.
I got a theory.
I gotta let people in to help me, and I won't do that.
Yeah, I got a theory that you won't allow people in until you allow yourself to get in and know all of yourself. Because we have these things we hide from ourselves. You know, traumatic memories that we put. I'm not going to even think about it. I don't even want to think about it. You know, or this or that. We compartmentalize things and put them in different.
Yeah, I ain't gonna even try.
Yeah.
Compartmentalize.
Compartmentalize.
Scrap.
Scrap.
Compartmentalize. It is right here, right there. That's right. There you go. There go the definition.
But yeah, so that's where it's at, man. It's like kids help because I care about children.
Man, kids help because
they help because
they are in touch with themselves.
They innocent,
right?
You know,
we have to be taught to not accept ourselves. Kids are born accepting themselves.
Yeah,
you know,
kids help, and you know, and that's why I like being around them because they're free spirited, and it helps me be that free spirit. It helps me reconnect with the young free guy that I was, the happy guy, the guy that loved people, that was the life of the party, and I was that, but for the wrong reasons. I was really hiding. You know what I'm saying? But with kids, I could just let loose. Be funny and wild and giddy.
Scrap's young.
But there's a responsibility on the adult level that blocks that. Man of the house.
Scrap, man. He's young.
Yeah. But, you know, me and Scrap, man, it's like your brother. It don't, you know.
Oh, it don't count?
It counts, but it's your family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like me and Scrap can have a fight, but if somebody messes with Scrap, it's over with.
Right.
They're going out a fucking window. It's like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and we're still going to love you after we whoop your ass.
Yeah. Both will probably buy you a drink. Yeah, you should have got it. And this was a family issue. You got in. You know, Scrap might jaw you. I might jaw you.
Let us argue.
Let us argue and get it out of the way. But there's outside of family, Rico, your family, you could be like, hey, guys, both of y'all are okay.
Yeah.
I could see it, but it's like somebody on the outside be like, oh, yeah, that's fucked up. Who you talking to?
Like, no, Scrap, no. What?
Me and him having a conversation. This ain't got nothing to do with
you.
I was on your side. You should be on nobody's side.
Yeah.
Right.
But thanks, y'all, for letting me
That's
good,
what I.
good moves,
That's
crap.
what I
This
love.
almost didn't happen. I'm glad it happened. This almost didn't happen tonight. I'm glad it happened because when we had these conversations, I can let stuff out.
I love the way our conversations go all over the place.
All over the place.
I thought it would have been me tonight.
Right.
And I'm glad we had these conversations because I can get it out. You know, these are conversations that I can't have. My blocking mechanisms won't let me have these conversations with my lady.
Gotcha.
And it comes out here, and then I can talk about it a little bit because, of course, you can hear it. I'm loud as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But it helps because I can get it out here, and then if she comments on it later, then we'll break it down and
have a conversation about it.
And look, I ain't gonna lie, it's been rough. There's been plenty of times where I was like, look, don't even fucking put up with me no more. Don't even fucking deal. Don't even deal with this PTSD shit. Go and fucking be with somebody where you don't have to deal with their issues mentally. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't about that. It's about who you are and what you do. It ain't about that. But to me, I feel like it's a burden. So I haven't conquered it yet.
Yeah, my problem was
it's
being
a long road, G. It's a long road.
Too reactionary, being reactionary instead of proactionary. Yeah, instead of being proactive, I was reactive. Like with my marriage, my ex-wife, if I'd allowed myself to be vulnerable and explain why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling or whatnot, instead of trying to be tough and do it all myself, and have the fact that I couldn't trust nobody because, you trust people. Yeah, in my mind was you put yourself in their power. You be weak. You put your faith in somebody. You're dependent on them now. You can't do it all on your own.
Right.
And it alienates you from people. People don't feel like you love them or not.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and it suffers.
I work on that now in my present relationship, trying to be more communicative and speak about my needs.
I try, but I don't get there, bro, because to G.I. Joe, bro. And I even say, man, I need to stop using that as an excuse. But it's not an excuse. It's real. It's what it is.
I'm going to say this here. For me, it's an excuse, but it's not an excuse because I ain't never been in the military, but I don't fucking open up.
Right.
It's just who I am. A military thing, right? It's who I am. I don't. If I don't feel like I can talk to, if you're not a person I feel comfortable talking to, I'm not gonna open up. We can laugh, talk, chill, high five, drink, smoke, all that. That don't mean I feel comfortable to talk to you about what's going on with me.
Right.
Like that's a delicate situation. Because for one, it's like, please acknowledge it. Oh shit. Them, they, and But it's a thing of you think about, well, for me, it's what they gonna think about, or they gonna understand, or they gonna care, number one. You know what I'm saying? Like, how comfortable do you make me feel to tell you what's going on? And you could be somebody with me every day, all day long. If I'm not feeling comfortable to speak, I'm not going to speak. And that's been since I was a little kid. Since I was a little boy, it's been shit that was going on with me. And so I didn't open up and talk because I felt like, who gonna listen? Who can I talk to? You're not going to hear it. So even when it went to the point where, I went through the depression and the anxiety and I was on the pills and all that there, it was a block to, you feel like this here. Like I remember the first time they put me on Xanax, I called it my fuck it pill. I would take one and be like, fuck it. Doom, 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 can't touch this. I felt good. But in reality, it was all still there. And, Doc know, because for years, I didn't even talk about what was going on with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, recently, actually, get on the podcast and some of this stuff Doc just now figuring out and knowing. But I would put it in my music because my music was my therapy session. So I would put everything going on with me in my music. Like, I was an open book when it came to music. and I don't do music, I'm nothing. So this podcast is another outlet for me,
Right.
and from time to time stuff comes out. But so it's not so much that it was the military; it's just who you are. You don't feel comfortable to talk about it. In well, I'm not gonna say it's not the military. The military part made it even harder for you, I would say, from your pops, what you went through. Like, and it came like we talked. The three of us talked about the being a male.
Right.
Man, forget your feelings. You better not cry. You a man, and all that. So it's like I added on layer to what already is going on, and a lot of people don't know. Hey, it ain't supposed to be like that. You're supposed to be able to open up. You're supposed to be able to talk about what's going on. But the people who tell us that don't understand it ain't comfortable and it's not easy.
Right.
So how are we supposed to?
Yeah,
When are
and
we gonna make it easy?
it hurts them too. You know, like I have an ex-wife that I could never open up and tell my fears or my anxieties to or whatever.
Yeah,
Not, you know, and it wasn't that I didn't trust her. I couldn't. It was like
yeah,
show weakness or whatnot. I'm supposed to be the tough one. You know, I'll deal with these problems. If I can't deal with these problems on my own, you deserve better anyway. That kind of shit.
yeah.
Let's go through your mind. A lot of times you feel like I'm not worthy of this person caring about me because you know I haven't even figured out how to care about myself. You know that kind of thing.
Right, Rico, 100%.
You know, so and then when they leave, you tell yourself, yeah, they're better off. They're better off that they left. But you did, but at the same time, you're like, well, damn it, they left though. You know, but they left.
Now what I'm gonna do?
No, their life's better, but
But you know, at the same time too, what's also crazy is we have people who don't know how to talk, open up, and you have some people who want to, but some people who don't. And you have some people at the end of the day, they take their life.
Mhm.
And it's
yeah,
sad, you know.
yeah,
Right.
Shout out to the baby. His older brother just committed suicide because of
right.
what he was dealing with, and he just left behind some kids. Um, and I want to say a wife. I'm not sure if he had a wife, but I know they said he had children. And like we say, all jokes aside, it's sad because mental health is truly, truly a real subject that is not talked about enough. You know, it's starting to be talked about, but it's still not talked about enough. And you have people that are suicidal that take their life because they tired. They don't know how to deal with it. They don't know how to get the help. They don't know how to cope. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we here for. That's why we put the numbers up. We joke. We talk about nonsense sometimes. We talk about conspiracies. We talk about real stuff sometimes. But at the end of the day, the realest thing I feel like for us to talk about is the All Jokes Aside podcast. The podcast, I guess that's coming next. But the All
It's
Jokes
coming.
Aside segment and what we all the three of us deal with, and even Jeff when he. You know, he shows up sometimes, whenever he shows up, he just texts me talking about, man, I just woke up. But even him dealing with it, um, you know, I think that's the realest thing that we talk about because I know a lot of people, and I know y'all know a lot of people that deal with the same thing, and it's a real issue from anxiety to panic disorders to bipolar depression, manic manic depression, PTSD, uh, so on so forth. This is a real stigma around people. It's no color that this stigma is attached to. We all go through this, no matter what. It ain't got no race attached to it. This is something we all go through, and we all had to find a way to get help. And that's my biggest thing. Like last night, I tried to lay down. I couldn't go to sleep. I was dealing with panic attacks, and I'm up half the night feeling like, oh shit, I'm about to die. It's a heart attack coming. This, that, you know. But it's a real issue, and I refuse to go back taking the medication, so I just fight through it. You know what I'm saying? But for those who can't, get the help you need. You know what I'm saying? It's real. It's this ain't no joke, and you shouldn't feel afraid. And know we here. You can reach out to any one of us. You know, at all our hashtags, our social media links. Hit us up. You know, we talk
Comment.
about it.
You can comment right on the
Yeah,
videos.
Yeah, just
comment. You know,
You know, and we will. do better to, we post the numbers, like during when we're talking
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And, I'm going to start periodically, like once a week, posting numbers up on our Facebook page.
Right. And
Just like a couple of weeks ago,
So that
I
way you
posted
could
it. I'm
just
gonna start
scroll.
doing
You
it
could
more.
just scroll through our Facebook. You scroll, one week, once a week, there'll be a picture with numbers, resources.
Yeah.
right. And yeah.
And I know it's hard for people to talk. Like I said, with my current girl now, we both have these issues. It's hard to communicate, and we work very hard. Like we had a problem with communications because I was falling into that same shit. I'm gonna deal with all my problems on my own and protect her from that. And it would have went the same route, but we finally we work, and I have to really, and it's uncomfortable for me to tell her about my needs and stuff like that. But I'm better now than I was, 17 years ago. I'm better at it.
Hey,
And,
salute Rico for
right.
that. Salute.
Yeah.
And
Well, hold on, Rico. Well, my bad. Salute, Rico. Salute.
right.
Yeah.
Backwash.
But sometimes I know it's harder to talk to the person that you're close to. And look at therapy if you need some kind of therapy, talk to therapists. And
Yes.
there are free resources out there. If you've got a college in your town, a university in your town, there are people in studying to become psychotherapists and stuff like that. And they have to do actual therapy sessions with people, and it's usually free. Now, there's a real therapist there monitoring them to make sure they don't mess you up. But there are free resources out there. If you're a veteran, contact the VA.
And you know what's crazy though for me, Rico? Like it's not so much I think of going to a therapist, just having somebody I can talk to and get it out makes
Right.
me feel better. So
Right.
it ain't even going to see somebody that's because I think
Oh yeah, it doesn't
a
have
lot
to
of it,
be.
yeah, a lot of it I think is crazy that you got to go to somebody who has a license and all this here. Now, if you go into a person because you need medicine, yeah, because they got to be the one to give you medicine. But your therapy ain't got to be somebody that's actually a doctor. If you can find somebody you can open up to, and they don't even have to give you advice,
Right.
just to listen for you
Right.
to open up, seek
But-
that and do that. Do it
but
from
for-
somebody who doesn't and hasn't.
Right.
Because I know it. Because when I like this podcast, me talking, it's you feel better.
Right. Some people though they don't have nobody to go to, so they might need to. And for some people, it is easier to talk to somebody they don't know, and that's all I would say.
Right.
There's
is.
different ways for different people.
Right.
And like if somebody came to me and they said, I'm suicidal, I'm having these suicidal thoughts, I would definitely talk to them, but I would also encourage them to talk to somebody who's a
Yeah,
professional.
on that,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, we're going to refer you, and we're going to get you the professional help that you need, or point you in the right direction. But we want to be the listening ear first.
And for those people that can't seem to get there, because it took me decades to get to where I'm at now, and I still got work to do. For those people who don't feel like they can talk to somebody, maybe just sitting here and listening to us talk might make you feel better.
Right.
Know that there's people out here that do understand how you feel. You're not going through it alone. You might not be saying it, but you ain't alone.
Right. All emails and direct messages, that stuff is confidential. We're not going to share your information on our show unless you want us to. But if you need to reach out to one of us and just spill the beans, your stuff is confidential. You don't have to worry about us using it as clickbait or using you just to gain followers. Right. We don't operate like that. This whole podcast, the three of us together is therapy right now for us, because we've been apart for almost 5-6 years now. It's been longer than that, ain't it?
Yeah,
longer than that. I left Louisiana in 2011.
Right. And here it is, 2020. That's almost 10 years. Right. And we just back to the old game, and all three of us have grown and our lives have changed, a lot since the last time we were all together. So what you guys are really witnessing with the humor and the laughter and the back and forths and knowledge and this, that, and the third is therapy. you guys listening to our podcast is our therapy. Y'all listening to us. Even though we're talking to each other a lot, but y'all are listening to it. So we want to give y'all flowers, and we want to thank y'all for allowing us to have some therapeutic sessions with y'all, Even though we can't see y'all, but it's better. We just feel like, y'all have to understand that y'all are helping us as well.
Right.
Not just by watching, but y'all are helping us. Because I've never said anything about what I said to y'all and these two guys ever.
Yeah.
Ever. But it came out because the conversation made it comfortable, and I'm around comfortable people where I can express that. I had like, this and having these conversations helps my relationship. Scrap to him, you got to do more, just be more spontaneous. This woman been telling me this shit for 6 years, y'all. 6 fucking years, off and on, she's been telling me I need to be more spontaneous. And I'm like, I am, I don't operate in that shit.
That reminds me of something. We look at things differently.
Hearing it from you guys, now I gotta implement it. And that's why I was like, damn, I need to start doing some of that shit y'all talk about. That was real shit. I was like, I need to start doing that shit.
And I'm gonna say this, like for Doc, like Doc might see me cry one time, and we ain't gonna. And the sad part is, I'm ready to delete that shit. But like, I ain't crying, but this shit got my eyes watering and talking about this. Like, we not playing. For me personally, this coming from a dude that actually attempted suicide when he was 18, that dealt with depression, that dealt with anxiety, that dealt with panic disorders. I'm giving y'all me. This is an open book, me. True feelings. So if there's somebody out there who's going through it but don't know how to open up, I'm telling you the steps. We're telling you the steps of how to open up. Don't be like us and just hold it in. If you a youngster out there, you a teenager, you in your early 20s, Doc and Rico, they about to be 80 years old soon. You know what I'm saying? And I'm about to be 30. So okay, in reality, they pushing 50. And I'll be 40 in 2.5 years. Don't be like us, get the help you need now. Talk, open up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see me drinking on all these shows. Should I be? Yeah, if I'm only drinking on all the shows, but we talk about somebody that's drinking every day, all day.
Should I be?
Yeah, yeah. Why not? Why not?
You have a drink with your family and you get shit off your chest.
Why,
It's drugs that I don't have any. I should have next. You know what? Yeah. I'm gonna have sangria for the next show, bro. I might go get some when the show is over.
But and that's how we're talking about. We grow and we change. Back in Louisiana days, I was drinking. Now here I am drinking my ginger beer, hanging out with my friends.
Hold on. 0 calorie.
Zero calories.
Yeah, 0 calories. We didn't drink wine back then.
Oh, wine. What?
Yes, we did. We drank wine.
Moscato. So the whole Moscato. Yeah, because I was the king of
Moscato was what it.
I still got bliss drinking Moscato now.
Yeah, and now that I'm supposed to be physically fit in that bullshit, now I gotta drink something.
Oh, I got a story to tell. You remind me about something about people that have your woman tell you something, but it just don't click.
Yeah.
So different things mean different things, different people. Like for me, social media, I'm not that big on social media. It feels kind of separate from the real world. But for some people, it is the world, right? And my girlfriend was like, you need to post more pictures of us on social media. I'm like, nobody cares about no social media and all that stuff like that. I post every so often. But for you, I'll post, I'll post pictures. So yesterday we were celebrating. I posted a picture, right? And I'll be goddamn if the first comment was another friend of mine saying, "Yeah, I love it. We need to see more pictures of you too."
I seen that because I was like third person to look on there and see. I didn't leave no comment. I was like, so I look at her. I want to do the comment to you, but I seen that.
I look at my girlfriend. I'm like, okay, you're right. I said, But I post sometimes. She starts scrolling. June. So I was like, so I post quarterly.
Right. You know, I'm a quarterly guy. You gonna get some? Just wait till.
So yeah, there'll be more pictures. I got shout out to my girlfriend June. I will put more pictures out there.
Shout out to you, man. Very beautiful picture I may add.
Yeah.
Very beautiful picture.
Beautiful. Can't
I
wait
was
to y'all
glowing
move
and
here.
shit. Your chakras was aligned,
Yep.
and your heart chakras was glowing and shit.
Doc, did you say that? Did you hear what I said though, Doc? I said, can't wait till y'all move here.
Soon come, my friends. Soon come. Soon come. Soon come. Soon come. Soon come. I'm doing research, YouTubing, saying what I want to live at, and you know what I'm saying. I kind of want to. It doesn't matter where you live. It's gonna be some traffic, so I guess it really don't matter.
Oh yeah, you traffic wherever you move to out here.
Right. So, but if I move
out here where I live,
city,
you can get everywhere in this town in 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's Shreveport Bossier.
You know, here
you need a fucking 4x4 to live here, bro. Even if you drive on the interstate, 220
ain't nothing to do here, but you can get anywhere you want to go in 10 minutes.
Yeah,
ain't nothing to do, but you can get around quickly. You get to nowhere fast,
right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that soon come, you guys. Soon come.
But yeah, right here on the internet for everybody. My girlfriend was right, y'all. I admit it. She was right. I was wrong.
Rico admits he was wrong.
Yeah.
And I hear all the
No, it's fine. Like I told that motherfucker I was right. or worse, why are you putting our business out on the internet?
You'll get both. You'll get both
put my business out on the internet, not yours, mine.
You'll get both of them together at one time.
Oh, bro. But yeah, I kind of want to get we'll have an episode. Damn, we can't wait till Valentine's Day. That's a long way away from now. Maybe Christmas or some shit. We'll all get on with our women friends.
Cancel me.
If mine don't kick me out by then.
I ain't showing up.
If I don't be living in goddamn y'all know the motherfucking hotels on East Texas across the street from goddamn Albertsons and shit.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. If she don't kick me out and I be staying over there, bro, we should get on live and sip some champagne or eggnog, which eggnog was a friend of mine until I started being allergic to egg.
We need to.
More power to you. I won't be there.
We should do because Scrap be getting on me about learning how to do live streaming.
How does that work?
We need to do a live stream for like New Year's Eve, because there ain't no Dick Clark no more.
Nah, it ain't.
We could make our spot the spot to be for New Year's Eve.
And I'd put lights and shit up, and I'll be performing songs and all kinds of shit.
You know who they gonna put on there though this year though? It's gonna be
Steve Harvey. Please don't say Steve Harvey.
Nah, it's gonna be Vagina Clark. Vagina Clark.
Because there ain't no Dick Clark. It could be Vagina Clark.
Hey, bro. Cannabis, bro. Slows you down. You gotta give me that tunnel. You gonna let me ride the bike through the tunnel. I'll get there.
Rico, did you hear? He heard me, but he didn't hear me. He's talking about who?
Right?
Vagina. See, I was fixated on vagina.
Hey, did you see how the rest of the world is celebrating the fact that we elected Biden?
Yes.
Like in Paris, they were chiming bells, and in England they set off fireworks.
Yeah, because
Russia they let out a whole go out the pimp house for a second and brought it right back in.
They
groundhog this shit up there. Just
the motel. The motel.
You see a shadow back in.
The Motel 6 in North Korea left the light on for Donald Trump.
Oh, bro.
Oh, bro. Good show, guys. Appreciate you guys, fam. Good spirits. You know what I'm saying? The vegetables got me feeling good. You know what I'm saying? Story time's coming, y'all. Busy guy.
Hey, did I send you the graphic? I did send you the graphic, right?
You may have. I got to check my email.
I ain't got my graphic though.
No, you didn't.
That's all right though, because I got a new one for you to do for me. More importantly, it's for the business I told you about that I'm working on to get to put in the back for the show and that and all that. So we do that when we do that with this to go along with all some of that.
You need a cooking show, G.
Oh, dude, that'd be awesome.
That's gonna go along with that, but I'm waiting to get closer to doing that to put it.
Man, what the fuck now? Channel gonna turn into its own damn network, man.
It's gonna be a TV station.
Yep.
Yeah.
For real. And that's what they're doing. Like the whole
WTF
thing
TV
with Charlamagne and the Black Effect network. It's a network with a bunch of different things. That's what it's coming to, and hopefully that's what we build, where we have a network with a bunch of different things.
One day we all three gonna have offices, and Scrap will be running shit, and me and Lou be in the parking lot.
Man, come on, man.
Somebody got to park them cars, Rico.
Hey, I keep y'all in the building. Y'all stay in the building.
We'll be in the warehouse. Hi.
I put one by the bathroom, the other one by the janitorial office. You know.
Damn.
Look, I'm going to school for music. Just let me play the piano in the cafeteria.
Speaking of school, shout out to my alma mater, the University of Phoenix.
I thought you was a dropout.
Yeah, I was, but I still went there, Rico. I still went to the University of Phoenix. Online.
There's plenty of people dropped out of Gremlin, but they still got that black and gold on at the classic.
Exactly. Just because I dropped out,
You know what? I dropped out of a university here in this town, and I still get mail and emails from them asking for money.
What was the name of that? The University of Nowhere?
McMurray University, man.
McMurray.
Yeah, it was like, look where we at. You know what it is.
They're like, we need some money to keep getting these people some education. Like, I ain't even got my education, motherfucker. You owe me.
Hey, I ain't even finished. Fucking think I'm gonna give you money for somebody else.
Wait, I got my notes. I ain't paying. I'm gonna sue you because you knew better than to enroll me.
Yeah. You knew I was underprivileged.
You knew I was gonna quit.
They should have knew better.
I quit after the first semester, y'all. I got one semester.
One semester.
One semester.
All right, I'm ahead.
And then the mail came, and I got the bill, and I was like, "Oh fuck this!"
I can't say nothing, Rico. That was me. And that check came through. I got me a new computer monitor, a desk, everything else, and my computer. No, I didn't get the computer. My computer crashed. I had the desk. The computer crashed. I was out. I checked out.
His computer crashed so bad it fell off the desk.
Yeah, I know y'all not doing me no favors as I registered for school in the spring.
We just said the spring's a long time.
But I'm actually going to learn how to play the piano, so I'm going to actually go to school. It's a bucket list thing.
You getting a piano degree?
Yeah, I'm going to get a degree in piano.
Rico, so he can say da 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 da.
No, I'm all for it because then you get your keyboard. And we won't have to be buying music off of shit for no more. We'll be like, hey, Doc, write us up some more music.
Oh, yeah.
Write us up some more music.
Shit. I really want to take that dude, the Geico, that does the lounge singing.
Oh, yeah.
The Geico box. I kind of want to do that job. So I'm going to college to do that, to sing. I'm going to community college to sing in lounges and
I want, when WTF has its own network, and we have our own building and all that stuff, I want to see Doc in the lobby just playing. Like
just play it, bro.
Welcome to WTF Now Production.
You got to be able to And on the end of y'all people, it's your boy King Scrap.
It's a good day to love.
In reality, you know what's going to happen in reality? We're going to work our ass off, build this company up. It's going to become big, and then there'll be a board. One day they're going to vote us right off the board by our ass.
That's where the dump appears now.
Then we're gonna be like Key and Peele out front, parking cars. You ever seen that
Yeah,
bit
the
where they're parking the car?
Batman
Say about
shit,
Bruce Willie.
Well, let's go on and end this show, people. It's your boy King Scrap.
Psycho Rico.
This
Scrap was
Doc
like, we don't
Blue,
even say
man.
bye now. We just say out.
Look it. This dog Lou bye, bitches.
And cheers to the person that's getting out of the office. You'll find somewhere to live. You'll find somewhere to live, somewhere to stay.
And I will sip for all
you,
you.
Donald Trump.
You see this
And I
glass?
will
This glass
sip
is
for you
nice and
suckers
heavy.
that's going on graveyard shift.
I done had this glass for about 5 years. It's my first time drinking out of it. I knew I waited for a special time.
Man, congratulations. I will
Oh, man,
have
these glasses ain't even
Sangria
broke out.
dick for the
I ain't
next
drank out
episode.
these glasses in over 4 years.
Bro. Sangria on deck next episode.
Next
And I'll
episode,
be on the lookout for our wine tasting show where we just gonna get drunk on wine and talk shit.
I'll moderate.
I'm all for
It'll
it.
be like What the Fuck Now. Basically, it'll be the podcast, but more wine.
Right.
More wine. That's the name. WTF
More
now.
wine.
More wine.
More wine with WTF Now.
We are, people. We catch y'all next week. One.
Peace. You got nothing funny to say? This is when you say something funny.
My bad. I was supposed to say something further to go out. Okay, let's do it again. I got some.
We doing it again.
We done.
You done? All right, well, fuck it then.